Paolini here will be desperate for a first serve. Eala would love a second serve to attack. Where are you going to go with this serve, Jasmine Paolini? You are going out wide. Forehand return. Backhand from Paolini into the forehand of Eala. Decent depth there from Alex. Backhand cross court from Paolini. Oh, wow, that's a great backhand from Paolini. But it's still not one of the point. Now it's on the forehand of Alex Eala. She goes big and she wins it with a forehand winner. Wow. Jasmine Paolini. Excellent tennis, but it wasn't quite good enough today. Alex Eala wins this match 6-1, 7-6. Incredible drama. But Alex Eala wins it with a forehand winner, which I think she was the better player for most of this match. She, cannot believe it. She punches the air. Well done for Alex Eala. Well done for Jasmine Paolini for fighting to get back in this match. She was a breakdown for most of this second set. Remember, she saved 3 match points and saved them. Indeed, she did with an incredible fight, getting it back on serve as well as Eala couldn't serve it out. But Eala dug so deep to win that tiebreak. I mean, she would have had such difficulties and mental turmoil knowing that she had match points, knowing that she had the chance to serve for it. And then she saved 2 set points of her own at 5-6. But all the momentum felt like it was with Jasmine Paolini in that tiebreak. But no, Eala dug so deep. And what a way to win it with a forehand winner there down the line. Paolini couldn't deal with it. Ultimately, Jasmine Paolini, fight from her, but way too good indeed was Alex Eala today. Congratulations, Alex, in the live chat. She sits down for a well-earned rest and a nice drink. She's through, by the way, to play Sorana Cirstea in the next round. Stay with us as we preview the Cirstea-Eala match. We'll be doing that very, very shortly. But in the meantime, we'll be enjoying this win. We're going to share the stats with you as well in a moment. But listen to the crowd, by the way. They are very happy with that. Eala through to the round of 16. Look at her reaction, by the way, when she won this match. She had to dig deep today. And she's dug deep before, but she had to dig really deep today. Having had that mental turmoil of those 3 match points come and go, and then to lose her serve, ultimately, she didn't lose her nerve. When the crowd quietened down, she'll be taking the mic to explain how she won that match. By the way, Cirstea and Eala have played once before, and that match went the way of Sorana Cirstea on clay, though, in Madrid 2024. Oh, that was when Eala had a wild card for the Madrid tournament. Okay, we'll come to the head-to-head and the preview for that match shortly. But in the meantime, let's hear from Alex.
Talking and you managed your emotions so well. Just tell us your first thoughts after that win.
Oh, all the emotions are coming because the tension was so high, especially during that second set. So I'm really happy to have gotten through. She's a great opponent, obviously being top 10 and a former champion here. So
another top 10 win for Alex Eala, by the way. I think that's 3 now.
What was going through your mind to close it out?
Yeah, in the tiebreak, I was trying everything to keep myself in check. And in the change of ends, I was thinking, this stadium is full of Filipinos. Praying for me to win, so I really had to give everything I got.
She gave everything she got, for sure.
Now, you kept looking at your team several times. What were they telling you?
Good question, though, by the way.
I think they were just trying to keep me calm and, remind me I was doing well.
Good on-court interview, to be fair. First top 10 win of the week year.
What are you going to focus on when it comes to recovery for the next match?
sleep. I think it's everyone's bedtime. You probably have work. So really thank you so much for coming and supporting. It's so nice to see. The atmosphere is so lively here. It's my first time playing this tournament, so I really appreciate the love, everyone. Thank you.
She appreciates the love, and boy, oh boy, did she get it today.
Congratulations today and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There we go. Alex Eala is through to the next round in Dubai after a 6-1, 7-6 win over Jasmine Paolini. It's another top 10 win for her in her career. It is her first top 10 win of the year. And what a year it has been now. We are getting close. We're coming up to the Sunshine Double, but what a year it has been for Alex Eala since that breakout semi-final run in Miami. Ghosty here asking about why is her right thigh taped up. Actually, Ghosty, no, she didn't pull a hammy. I mean, if she pulled a hammy, she wouldn't have been able to finish the match, I'm sure. But it is something we need to keep an eye on because it comes and goes with that strapping that we see on her right thigh. Remember seeing it a bit during the North American swing in August, September, including when I think she won that incredible match against Clara Towson last year in New York. And that sort of came and go. And even during this tournament, for example, it wasn't present in her first round match against Hailey Baptiste, but then it was back today. It's a difficult one to know, but I think it's obviously just a little bit tight more than anything else. Yeah, so Eala wins 6-1, 7-6. I said that I would have a quick look at the stats, by the way. That is something I would like to do now. Here they come, the match stats for you. I'm going to share them with you on the screen as well. Obviously, the most important stat of all is that Alex Eala wins 6-1, 7-6. But let's post these on social media. By the way, give us a follow on Instagram at Talking Tennis TT. And also give us a follow on TikTok, just simply Talking Tennis. And give us a follow on Twitter or X. At Talking Tennis 22. I said I would be sharing the stats with you from this encounter on the screen. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So check these out as we now hone in on where it was won and lost. 63% first serves from Alex Eala, by the way. That's decent, but I'm telling you now, that dropped a bit in that second set because in the first set, she was hitting a lot more first serves in. And that's one of the reasons I think she got in a spot of bother. She wasn't quite able to make those first serves at crucial moments in that second set. That gave Paolini the chance to get back into the match. And boy, did Jasmine take it, by the way. Look at how important the first serve is, by the way, when it comes to both players in a way, but Alex in particular, because she's winning 73% of her first serves. And therefore, when that dropped in the second set, that was what gave Paolini the chance. She's winning just 50% of her second serves, but that'll be disappointing for Paolini because Paolini's got the slightly bigger serve. It's not huge, but it is a bit bigger than Eala's and a bit better. But today, Paolini winning just 42% of her second serves. But to be fair, Eala on return needs a lot of praise today. She hit so many winners and so many on the return, especially on those second serves. And we can see there 24 winners from Alex Eala, including a forehand winner, by the way, to close out the match. And I'm just looking at a replay of her screaming with delight. So happy with that win. 27 unforced errors. They started to creep up in that second set. Remember, Eala had those match points, and I think the anxiety got to her, having had those match points come and go. By the way, one of those 3 match points, Paolini did a sensational backhand winner down the line. Paolini, by the way, it's not on the screen right now, but there was a few too many double faults for her liking today, and that cost her dearly on serve. Eala, by the way, winning 4 of her 8 breakpoint opportunities, and Paolini winning 2 from 4 break points. So both were 50-50 on that. That's a decent ratio to converting break points won for both players, 50%, I would argue. But total points won, 72 for Alex Eala to 57 for Jasmine Paolini. If there is a stat that showed you that Eala was the better player today, that is it. And by the way, 33 unforced errors to 19 winners for Jasmine Paolini. That also may well give you a clue as to where this match was won and lost. Okay, I said I would look into the match between Eala and Sorana Cirstea, which is going to be coming up. I think it'll be tomorrow, by the way. I could be wrong on that, but I think it'll be tomorrow in the Dubai Tennis Championships. Be interesting to see what the schedule is for tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look now to see if I can get the schedule up. And then we might be able to see when these two players... I reckon they'll be on pretty late, by the way. The order of play for tomorrow, by the way, sees Janice Chen against Amanda Anisimova at 11 o'clock in the morning. At least that's 11 o'clock in Central European time. Yeah, so she is last on again tomorrow evening. Cirstea and Eala. We will have a watch along for that. Make sure you join us for that. Hit the like button, by the way, right now. And also click subscribe. And click notification bell and you'll know exactly when we go live. Okay, so head-to-head, as I say, 1-0 for Sorana Cirstea, but it did come on the clay, and it was a tight three-set battle in Madrid in 2024. That was a year when Eala had a wild card for that WTA event in Madrid. But Cirstea won it 6-4 in the third. So it was a close one. But clay is not Eala's surface. But listen, regarding the form of these two players right now, well, Eala's form is not bad, but Sorana Cirstea is on a tear. I don't think she's lost since the Australian Open. I'm going to have a quick look. Yeah, because she pulled out of Qatar. She won 5 matches in Romania without dropping a set. And then in Dubai, she's won her first 2 matches here without dropping a set. And that has included straight sets wins, as I said, without dropping a set, straight sets wins, of course, over Sasnovich. And then today, Noskova, losing just 5 games. So arguably, Cirstea is the form player on the WTA Tour. 5 wins in Cluj, 2 today. That's 7 wins in a row. That's winning you a Grand Slam, by the way. So this is going to be really, really tough for Eala. Cirstea will come up with the power, by the way, and she may end up having too much power for Eala. We'll see. Cirstea, of course, coming up against a lefty. Regarding Eala's form, if we go back to the beginning of the year in New Zealand, Eala wins 3 matches and loses 1. She then loses in the opening round in Australia, despite winning the first set 6-love over Alicia Parks. So that's a 3-2. If we include the matches at the Philippine Women's Open, I know it's not on the main, but I'm going to include them for her looking at her form this year. She won 2 matches there before losing in the quarterfinals to Asadio, so that's 5-3. She then, in the singles in Abu Dhabi, had a couple of good wins there, didn't she, over Sasnovich and Sonmez. That means 7-4 because she went down in the quarterfinals there to Alexandrova, so 7-4. And here in Dubai... and then she lost, 7-5 because she lost in the first round in Qatar, 7-5. And then in Dubai, she's won 2 matches now, so 7-5. That's 9-5 for the year. Very healthy to get into this round of 16 clash with Sorana Cirstea. As we now look at the tail of the tape, by the way, between these two. Let's have a quick look at the tail of the tape. Apart from their past meeting in Madrid, which was a tight 3-setter that went the way of Cirstea. But remember, clay is not Alex Eala's surface, as she has told us at Talking Tennis on more than one occasion. Looking at the tail of the tape, Eala has a career-high ranking of 40. She has just slipped to 47 after that loss last week in Qatar, but she'll be creeping back up. In fact, shall we see if we can get Eala's live ranking right now? She's 47 coming into this week, but after the 2 wins that she's had this week, where is Eala's live ranking? Ooh, career high 38. Career high 38 ranking now for Alex Eala. I think that deserves a tweet, doesn't it? So I'm going to write this. After today's win, Alex Eala will be at a career high ranking of 38 at least come Monday. So, yeah, career high 38 in the world after these 2 wins that she's had this week. Of course, the first round she had Baptiste, but let me tell you now, the tennis that Eala was playing against Baptiste, despite the fact that Haley retired hurt, should not be underestimated. Her tennis across that first set was sensational against Baptiste, and she now has a 2-0 head-to-head, by the way, against her. And the first set against Jasmine Paolini was also really good. Those 2 sets, I would even go as far as perhaps to say they are the best two sets that she's definitely played this year, and it's up there with some of the tennis that we saw from her in Miami when she surprised everyone by getting to the semifinals, beating Iga Swiatek incredibly en route, and Yelena Ostapenko, among others. But the tail of the tape, Cirstea, by the way, has a career high ranking of 21, and she's currently at 32. I'll be interested to see what Cirstea's live ranking is, by the way. She's at 35, but of course, that's not including her, potential win over Eala. She may well be at a career high ranking in her final season on the tour. By the way, just a reminder, because we are still currently here, please do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. And if you hit subscribe right now, you're going to see this button go absolutely crazy. As you all hit subscribe, and we get closer and closer to 25,000. Age will matter. Well, tail of the tape, Duvit, of course, here commenting in the live chat. Eala is 20 years old, Cirstea 35. But I think Cirstea will be pretty fresh. She skipped last week in Qatar. That was a sensible decision, having won that home title in Cluj. But she is the senior player. But then she has the experience. But I'm not sure age will be a huge factor at this stage in the season and at this stage in the tournament, etc., etc., etc. Of course, Sorana Cirstea coming from Romania. How will she deal with the crowd? They're both, by the way, the same height, but Cirstea is a bigger hitter of the two. And certainly if it comes down to the serve dynamic, she does have the better serve. The return, though, is going to certainly be Ayala's domain. And if she can punish the second serves of Cirstea, I certainly see this going 3 sets. But who will win? I just think that Cirstea's form this year is just too good right now. 7 wins in a row without dropping a set. Even Eala and even the tennis that she's shown me this week, which I have praised her to the hilt for, I'm not sure if Eala, right now in her career, will be able to live with Cirstea given the Romanian's current form. Let me know in the comments section whether you agree. Who do you think will win, Alex Eala or Sorana Cirstea? Also, by the way, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. But also, follow us on Instagram at Talking Tennis TT. And, of course, follow us on Twitter or X, just simply at Talking Tennis 22. And also follow us on TikTok, where we are just simply Talking Tennis. We are now coming to the end of this stream. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you hit subscribe, that number right now will tick over and over and over. And let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with my prediction that Sorana Cirstea will win against Alex Eala. I'm sure many of you disagree. But listen, already this season we have seen incredible tennis from both players. And the trajectory for Eala is a nice, steady one. Career high, remember, 38 in the world rankings come Monday. Thank you for joining for today's stream. And you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.